and we'll never be royals. It's a run in our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy.
The purpose of the SongShare presentation is for us to explain from the perspective of a songwriter the characteristics that make for an effective song. The main goal is to analyze a song and identify specific conventions and features which could be used by us in our own songwriting efforts in the future. The song chosen for my project is Royals, written by Lorde and producer Joel Little, and performed by Lorde. It was released on June 3, 2013. A debut single for the young 16-year-old from Auckland, New Zealand, it became an instant sensation all around the world. Royals has been characterized as alternative pop, art pop, electropop, and minimal music. Clearly a song in the pop genre, but with some alternative instrumentation and use of the voice. This presentation will outline some of the noticeable and outstanding features of Royals, including noticeable hooks and motives, choice of lyrics, overall form, the rhythmic structure, the features of melodies and their creative presentation, and the timbre effects of chosen instrumentation and voice. While most prominent and memorable songs in the popular music industry contain a motive or hook that reels a listener into the composition, Lorde's Royals has several memorable motives and hooks. The opening of her song begins with a notable beat that repeats throughout the song, performed simply by snapping and some sort of simple percussion. These end up being the only instrumentation we hear, but we will look into the significance of that in a later slide. It's the sort of hook that at any time and anywhere, if you hear that beat, you immediately think of Royals. Another notable motive that the listener constantly plays in their heads, that comes out of the pre-chorus part of the music, is the outlining of the tonic chord of D major, the key this song has been written in. For example, in verse 1, the lyrics, "Gold teeth, gray goose, trippin' in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room." And continuing later on, "Crystal Maybach, diamonds on your timepiece, jet planes, islands, tigers on a gold leash." These lyrics are repeated twice, but the significance of them is the repeating motive they're sung to. So, do, mi, do, so, do, mi, do, are the solfege syllables, or the notes A, D, F sharp, D, A, D, F sharp, D, that outline the tonic chord and provide that strong tonal center for the listener, but in a way that's extremely catchy that you find yourself humming later. There can always be more than one interpretation of the theory involved in the composing of a song. However, one strong theory of how Royals was composed concurs that the Mixolydian mode played a vital role. Royals was written in the key of D Mixolydian, and we see this because the seventh scale degree of a D major scale has been lowered or flattened by a half step, C sharp to C. Normally, that seventh scale degree would be a half step beneath the tonic, the C sharp below the D. Because of this flattened note, our major 5 chord becomes minor. There is no conventional leading tone, and there is no minor 3 chord. Due to these occurrences, the use of Mixolydian mode in any composition gives it a unique feel of major or minor uncertainty. I believe the choice to use mixolydian mode ties into the lyrics of being uncertain as to whether being royal is truly all that great.
Be royal. Royal. It's a run in our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. Ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy.
The more relatable the lyrics can be to an audience, and the more creatively they are presented, can help to contribute to the success of the song. Lorde, also named Ella Maria Lani Yelik O'Connor at birth, was inspired by many things when in the process of writing her lyrics for this first debut. One specific image she had recently seen inspired the title Royals, and this was the image of George Brett, a baseball player for the Kansas City Royals, signing baseballs. The photograph was taken by Ted Spiegel and put into the July 1976 issue of National Geographic. The picture can be seen here on the right. She was also inspired by the hip hop influenced artist and the luxury of pop musicians and historic aristocrats, specifically Lana Del Rey, and this notion that significant pop artists seemed to all have lives of luxury, including the best jewelry, cars, and alcohol. I feel that her choice to write a song about how, quote, we'll never be royals, that kind of luck's just ain't for us, end quote, really relate attached to listeners who fantasize about that kind of lifestyle, but at the same time poke fun of it. This song's lyrics make the fantasies and making fun of the lifestyle of luxury fit together and seem normal in quite a poetic way. Very similar to the style of Tin Pan Alley songs, who established the AABA form in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, A representing a verse and refrain, and B representing a sort of bridge. Royals maintains a straightforward form that isn't unlike other popular songs during its time on the radio. The key to this form that makes for such a popular song is the repetition of the chorus melody and lyrics, with repetitive melodies for the verses and pre chorus. The introduction of a new melody, along with recitative like presentation of new lyrics in the bridge, offers new material to pique the interest of the listener even after listening to the repetition of the melodies in A. However, ending with a last repeat of the chorus ties in the rest of the song in a strong way familiar to the listener. With most popular music of today, one of the first things the listener always tunes into is that strong, steady beat and the rhythms that are played on top of it. Popular music of today often utilizes uneven and syncopated rhythms on top of that beat. This is the type of beat that draws us in, piques our interest, and makes us want to move and dance along with the music. Lorde is no stranger to this, and what she chooses for the overall rhythmic structure of Royals attests to this. She doesn't make us wait for it. We hear a preview of the coming rhythms in those first few seconds. A consistent rhythmic motive that appears throughout the song, within the verses, the pre chorus, and the chorus itself, is how she places emphasis on beats 1, 2, and immediately before beat 3. For example, in the lyrics shown on the slide, I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings. You can hear how she's placing that emphasis on the first beat, the second beat, and right before that third beat. Continuing on to the second example, we don't care, we're driving Cadillacs in our dreams. This kind of luxe just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. The choice of instrumentation for this alternative pop song is quite a unique one. Simply voice, snapping, other simple uses of percussion, and an underlying bass part during the presentation of the chorus. The uniqueness of this arrangement feeds a bit into the a cappella frenzy in our culture, supported by shows like Glee and The Sing Off, films like Pitch Perfect and Pitch Perfect 2, and artists like the infamous group Pentatonix. However, no listener can deny the positive effect a good beat has on them when it first comes on the radio, and so the combination of a cappella singing, with a simple accompaniment featuring body and instrumental percussion, and the addition of the bass to support the chorus, makes for a huge appeal to audiences throughout the world. No one can refute the distinctive timbre of Lord's voice. The capability to produce a wide range for the harmonies sung throughout Royals is quite an admirable talent. Her quality of voice, which seems as though one of someone beyond her years, contains a deep and full-bodied richness of sound that is quite unique and striking compared to the light, airy, and ornamented voices of other popular female artists in her age group. It reminds me a bit of the distinct and timeless voices of Louis Armstrong and Billie Holiday. The use of snapping within the beat brings a bit of lightness to this darker sound, but the use of the bass and other simple percussion contributes and supports to that heavier side of the music. For someone so young, Lorde, at just 16 years old, certainly made quite a large impact on the vernacular music front with this debut single. She earned countless nominations and won many awards, including 2 Grammy Awards, for her performance of this song and for establishing Royals as the Song of the Year for 2013. As well, she also won an MTV Video Music Award for Best Rock Video, a Much Music Video Award for Internet Video of the Year, and a Billboard Music Award for Top Rock Song. However, will her music win the ultimate award and stand the test of time? I believe it has a huge potential to do so, with its noticeable hooks and motives, choice of lyrics, overall form, the rhythmic structure, its melodic features, and its timbre effects. And finally, more than anything, its connections and relatable features, especially in its lyrics, with the people of today, make it an invaluable and timeless composition that will draw new listeners in year after year.
Never be royals. It's a run in our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy.